Hey everybody, Daniel Lyons here of HealthyPlace and the LGBT Blog. So in my post today, I talked about how identity labels can be helpful. It can be really helpful to identify as bisexual, lesbian, straight, all of these things. I also identify as a trans man. All of these words can be really helpful to put a name to our identities. But in this video, I want to talk about the times where these identity labels actually may start to hurt us. And what I have experienced is sometimes I become so attached to a particular label and to identifying in a particular way that when my sexuality or my gender start to shift and be fluid, it can feel really hard because I'm so attached to that label. The reality is that sexuality and gender are very fluid, and our sexualities and our gender identities may shift and ebb and flow over time. So while maybe for a lot of my life I identified as bisexual, my sexuality might shift into a place where all of a sudden I realize, actually, you know what, I feel a little bit more heterosexual these days, or heteroflexible, which is a term that I really love. And so attaching myself strongly to bisexual might no longer be helpful. And when we over-identify with a particular label, or we become really rigid in saying, I am this thing, like I am a lesbian, we can get caught off guard by some of our attractions. So if I'm someone that really strongly identifies as a lesbian, but then suddenly start to find myself somewhat attracted to a man, I might get really confused, and I might feel even like a little bit of despair because that doesn't fit into this understanding that I have had of myself as a lesbian for so long. So I want to encourage people to, yes, take on sexuality and gender and other identity labels that feel important to you, but also know that it's okay if they shift and evolve over time. Identity is fluid, it is not a constant.